Hello guys, today we will discuss about with the Dataiku Stack Recipe. So Stack Recipe will see some of the key points. So generally stacking called as the appending the data. So we will append the data uh, using 2 datasets, 3 datasets, multiple datasets. For example, here stacking methods are union of input schemas, intersection of input schemas, use schema from dataset, use column order, manually remapping, custom defined schema. We'll see this one. Example, this one, union of schemas. For example, this is the one data set, first one, up to name, age, height is the first top table as the one data set, below bottom data set as the another data set. I'm using the stack recipe and final output. If I use the union of schemas, so here name, age is to be common using the 2 datasets. One more column is different, height and gender. So this, by using union, so here 4 columns will be created. So whatever the matching rows will give that particular column. For example, height. In first dataset, height 4 rows is there, and second dataset height is not available. So then give the blank values. Similarly, gender. So this is union of schemas. Next to intersection. So intersection called as only common columns. So whatever the matching columns are available, so that only will give. Okay. So in these 2 datasets, the matching columns are name and age. Only 2 columns are matching. So name and age is to be giving intersection only. Third method is dataset schema. So in dataset schema also, but the first dataset matching values is to be given, and second dataset matching gender is not giving here. Okay, but name and age is to be matching. So for example, name first dataset, all the values are showing. In second dataset, only name and age is to be showing dataset schema based on the first datasets. That is dataset schema. Column order. So irrespective of the columns, by default, first dataset based on the first dataset column names, it will mapping with the second order. So, but this is the wrong method. So if you see the third column, wrong method. So first 4 rows are okay. The second rows are under the height it is creating MF. That is wrong method. And manual remap. So manual remap called as, for example, name, age, height. In between, the column names are different, but we can map manually. We have to select with the map. For example, person will map to name, years will map to age, tall will map to height. So like that, we have to manually map and to generate the output. Then custom schema. So custom schema is so we have to select this one also manually, but name, age is to be different. So for example, name we have selected. So name is showing, height. So height is only showing. Custom, we had to select with the particular columns. Okay. And we'll move to here. In the example, we'll see. So here I have no 2 different data sets. I will use with the same data sets 2 times. For example, if I use with, okay. So here I will use with this orders and this orders one. Okay. So because of I have no 2 datasets for right now in this recipe, I will use with 2 same datasets. Okay. For example, in this orders data around, we have the data around 26,000. So it will double the data. Okay. Then select with this orders dataset and select with the stack recipe in the right side. So stack. So here it will ask as the input data. So one more input data is we are selecting with orders one. Select with orders one. So 2 datasets are selecting. So here what it is showing. So dataset name already available exists. So we'll change the name, or else stack, order stack. So create recipe. See here. So orders table, orders one table, two tables are uploaded. The two columns names are same. So that is blue color and green color is showing. And column selection. So here this is the different types. The earlier slide explained PPT. Union of input schemas, intersection, use schema, using column order, manually remapping, custom defined. So by default, union of input schema will show. Next, in intersection also, in this case, intersection also same because of the same column names. And use schema from dataset. So here the two different datasets we had to select. And using column order. So we had to map with the column orders. So here two datasets is there, right? So based on this, we can select with the column order. Manually remapping. So here we had to select with the mapping. Okay, so all the list of options will be shown. Next, custom defined schema. So here we have custom defined. So whatever the columns we need, so those particular columns we had to select. If we want all the columns, we can select. Or else by default, union of input schema we had to select. Okay. These are all the options of stack recipe. And pre-filter. So distinct and filter options are available. Origin column if required. Post filter also available in this recipe. Okay. So by default, we will right now we will execute this union of input schemas. Run the recipe and see the result. Job is running. Succeeded. We'll see the result flow. So here, this is the two data sets picking. The result set is this one, order stack. If I open this, so previous one data set has 26,000 records are there. So now it is doubling, 53,104. Okay. So in this duplicate records also available. So later this continuation recipe, we will see the video of distinct recipe. Okay. So at the time I will explain with how it is distinct will work. Simple. This distinct, by using distinct, we will split the data from 26,000. Okay. So thank you for watching. This is the split recipe.